You're listening to the Fast F1 podcast. Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to the Fast F1 podcast with me, Danny Kane.
And I'm Eddie Medeo Kane.
And today we're reviewing the 2025 Chinese Grand Prix weekend, sprint weekend.
Trying to hold back my tears.
Trying to hold back your tears? Oh, well, we'll get into all that in due time. But overall, the weekend, what did you think?
Obviously, it's not going to be as exciting as Australia, but
I
would say
Australia was an outlier that way.
Yeah, it was a good ending with Norris almost falling to third.
Yeah, it made for some late race drama.
Yeah, you were on the edge of the seat.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. I kind of had a feeling that he was going to be able to hold on to it, but, you know, another couple of corners and he would have lost second place for sure.
Oh, yeah. But otherwise, I'd say 4, maybe 5.
Yeah, I mean, not the most thrilling of weekends.
That's
the
China nowadays.
Sprint race had its own interesting aspects of it. So before all of that, though, let's get into what things happened between the Australian and Chinese Grand Prix. Anything of note?
I forgot to tell one of the craziest things before the Australian Grand Prix episode.
Which was?
Oscar Piastri signs a contract until 2029.
Yeah, good long contract for
Very
Piastri.
long contract. Which means, I'm pretty sure, if my math is correct and if my knowledge is correct, without looking, pretty sure the drivers that don't have contracts at the end of this year are Antonelli, Russell, Doohan, Bortoleto has a contract, Behrman has a contract, Hadjar, Lawson, and Sonoda.
So, all of the people who do have contracts are 100% secure. Nobody's ever had a contract get thrown out or violated or have them get kicked out of the team and put into a different team.
I mean, we're not looking back at December last year, are we?
No, I'm thinking more like the last 2 days.
Maybe, but we'll get into that one as well.
So what else?
What else? Pretty sure. I did find out that apparently the official name for this came out a while ago, actually. I never saw it until like just recently. Madrid for 2026, the official name of the circuit is going to be called the Mod Ring.
Okay.
I don't know.
I didn't even know that they were planning on racing in Madrid in 2026. I mean, I think I probably heard it, but
I'm sure you knew.
I'm sure I heard it. I just didn't remember that was part of the plan.
It was like 2022 or 2023 that they announced it or something like that.
Okay, well, anyway.
Anyways, let me think.
There wasn't much else that kind of happened between races. It was just kind of, it was a quick turnaround, you know, first race of the season, you know, and, you know, quick double header where 2 weekends in a row we had races both weekends. So if we get into it then, the Chinese Grand Prix, not much in FP1 to speak of. Not much happened other than, you know, they got their one session of practice in that they were getting for this weekend because it was a sprint weekend. So straight away they were into sprint qualifying.
Which is incredibly difficult to get the car underway and actually comfortable for the drivers.
Yeah, and there were 2 kind of surprises, big surprises in sprint qualifying.
Mm-hmm.
First one was
Hamilton's on pole, baby!
Well, that was the second one, but okay, we'll go with that first. Hamilton qualified on pole.
Lawson was last place?
Lawson last place. That was the other kind of shocker of sprint qualifying.
I remembered both of them. Let's go.
Yeah. So Lawson clearly struggling still with his RB, or with his Red Bull, I should say.
Have we ever seen, like, I know Pierre Gasly was probably the worst of, like, he's an incredible driver, but compared to Verstappen when he was teammates with him, he was probably the worst of them.
Well, what's becoming clear is that being Verstappen's teammate at Red Bull is a pretty damn hard task.
Oh, yeah.
Daniel Ricciardo was kind of able to hold his own against Verstappen, But at
Yeah.
the same time, that was kind of before they started really catering the car to Verstappen's driving style,
Yeah.
which they clearly are doing now.
Oh,
Sergio Perez did an okay job at first of kind of being up to speed with Verstappen. Certainly at the beginning of 2022, he was there.
Albon was there for every now and then, I guess.
Not
not
really.
Not at Verstappen's pace, but he was definitely in the top 10 every now and then.
When he was at Red Bull,
Yeah. Up.
he struggled
higher.
massively. He crashed into Albon. That was one of the things that did him in.
No,
that he
I'm
crashed-
talking about Albon.
Oh, you said Gasly. I thought you said Gasly.
Oh, no. Gasly never... I can't remember a time when
Yeah.
Gasly actually got that many points for Red Bull. I think his highest with Red Bull was 5th.
Yeah, Albon did okay. He's definitely struggled, but
Up until just recently, he was the only Red Bull driver that was teammates with Max Verstappen not to score a podium.
yes, although Gasly didn't score a podium with Red Bull.
Not with Red Bull.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Alexander Albon still without a podium.
No, he has 2.
When has he gotten podiums?
I swear I talked to you about this recently, too. He got a podium at Tuscany in Mugello.
Mm-hmm.
I think he did it behind Hamilton and Bottas. I think Bottas won it. And then he got another one in Bahrain. Where...
Alex Albon did?
I'm pretty sure. I think Hamilton won in Bahrain, and...
Well, we're going to have to look that up. So then anyway, in the sprint race, Hamilton led from pole, did everything he needed to do. Kind of seemed like he was managing tires for a little while, and then toward the end of the race, he just kind of pulled away. He was very Hamilton-esque in the way that he kind of managed the race for a while, and then toward the end, it just kind of put it out of reach of anybody else.
Ferrari on top! Let's go!
Yeah. So Hamilton in the Ferrari already got a win under his belt, although it was a sprint race. You know, that little asterisk on it, I'm sure he won't necessarily care. They'll be happy to get that kind of behind them.
Yeah. I'm ready to get the whole weekend behind me.
On the other hand, Lando Norris clearly was struggling in the sprint format.
Yes. He barely got 8th.
Yeah, so he qualified, what did he qualify in 7th, I think?
He qualified
and then he
like
dropped
6th.
6th or 7th, yeah, and then he dropped down to 9th at the start.
Clawed his way up to 8th.
Yeah, and partly his own fault, too. He got a good start. I think he had made up a position at the start, but then ran wide. He ran wide entering one of the corners and
I
then
think
lost
Antonelli-
several positions
yeah.
as a result.
I think Antonelli and Tsunoda got by him. Tsunoda actually lost a place to Antonelli as well there.
Yeah.
Eventually, Tsunoda would get him back, and then Antonelli would try for such a long time to get Tsunoda, and he could not do so, which makes me so sad. But it did cost Lando a couple of positions.
Yeah, it did. And he did get back up to, 8th place, or did he finish in 7th?
He barely finished 8th in the sprint, which
Finished
is
in
which
8th.
is 1 point.
Yeah. So then we move on to qualifying for the main race. And Lawson
18th.
did a lot better, and then he wasn't doing any better.
18th.
18th? I thought he qualified last again.
No, I think he finished.
No, he qualified last again.
I don't think he did.
Yeah, he did. He absolutely definitely.
Let's check that one as well.
I'm certain of it that he qualified last in both.
Let's check
the
that
sprint
one as well.
Okay, well, hang on. We're gonna check it.
All right, so we did a bit of fact checking.
Okay, and what do you got?
I was right about both Albons.
Yeah, so Albon had 2 third places apparently.
Let's go.
I could have sworn that he didn't have any podiums,
Both in Tuscany and Bahrain.
but
What a guess.
I was right about Lawson.
Dang
Both
it.
the sprint qualifying and the qualifying at China, he was last place.
That is ridiculous, though.
Yeah, pretty bad. And then in the race, Lawson continued to struggle. And in the sprint race, he continued to struggle. And
His highest finish with Red Bull this season so far.
in any
session.
Yeah.
14th.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is insane.
Meanwhile, Verstappen very nearly won the race in Australia. He was less than a second
than a
off.
second off.
Off of Norris at the end. Yeah.
So Q2, there wasn't many things going on, right?
Yeah. I mean, nothing shocking happening in Q2. Albon made it out of Q2. They were shooting for 10th place and got there. Science, unfortunately, did not get out of Q2. He seemed to be really struggling in China.
Yeah.
And kind of said that he doesn't really know where the pace has gone from testing to now.
Yeah. He was amazing in testing. Bahrain's coming up soon. So I'm excited
Bahrain
for
will come
that.
up in, 2 races time?
2 races time?
Yeah. But then Q1,
Q3.
pole position.
Q3.
Sorry, Q3. Pole position goes to Oscar Piastri.
Apparently this is his first pole position.
It was his first full race pole position. I think he'd gotten a pole for a sprint before.
It's not just that's a crazy record,
Okay.
but also the fact that this was apparently Hamilton's first sprint win. Isn't that weird? When you think of those two things, it's like, really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, stranger things have happened, I guess. But, Verstappen's got a whole bunch of sprint wins, I believe, right? Doesn't he have like 6 or 7 of them?
Yeah, he's got a ton of them.
Yeah. So, Piastri in the main race did the same as Hamilton in the sprint race.
He did
led
an
from pole.
outstanding job.
Yeah, led from pole, controlled the race, got the strategy right. Norris did a really good job off the start to get ahead of Russell. Did he get by him immediately, or was it... Did he have to pass him on track after? I think he did. I think he got him. He got him on the first lap.
Passed him on the first lap. Russell made an amazing move later on in the race, though, to get past him in the first turn.
To get past who?
Norris.
I don't remember him getting past
It
Norris.
was like lap 10-ish. It was one of the Crypto Overtake Award options.
Okay. Well, anyway.
Just trust me.
Anyway, Norris did everything that he had to do from his side, though, as well, to finish
He did.
second. A lot of late race drama with Norris as his brakes were failing.
Yeah, you were.
It was exciting. I know he was frustrated by not being able to try and chase down Piastri because he felt like he had a lot of pace in the car. But
He
then
would
as he
never
was
have been able to
as he was
anyways.
getting ready to chase Piastri down was when his brakes started having issues.
I doubt he would have been able to anyways.
I don't think he would have been able to either, but he felt like he had a lot of pace in the car that he was about to, and they kind of mentioned that over on the team radio as the race went by, that toward the end of the race he'd have tire life left to go and try and chase Piastri down. But then by the time we got to that point, the brakes weren't working anymore. So
Yeah.
Russell almost reeled him in. I think they finished about, a second and a half apart or something like that at the end?
I think 1.1 or 1.2.
But it was strange watching the gap between Russell and Norris fall over the course of that lap.
7 seconds to
More than
1.
that, it went from 12 seconds down to 1 in the last 2 laps.
It
I
was
think.
crazy.
Yeah,
Really, 12?
Yeah,
I think I could catch this guy.
yeah. It was like 12 seconds, 10 or 12 seconds, something like that. With like a lap and a half or 2 laps to go, and it just
Man, Russell
dropped
is
like a stone.
Russell is always there when people in front of him fighting for the win.
Yeah, well, I mean, and talking of that, Russell had a good weekend. He got third in the main race and second in the sprint? Or was he third?
He was third in the main race. I believe he was fourth in the sprint. I don't know where he was in the sprint. I don't think he was on the podium.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he was fourth.
If he's fourth, that's a great...
But either way, it was
And
a
he was
good
also
weekend.
third in Australia as well.
And he's, so far, he's had the number on his highly anticipated new teammate. And I'm granted Antonelli's still getting up to speed and everything.
Oh,
but,
he's doing amazing right now.
and Antonelli's doing a good job, but so far, Russell is asserting himself as the number one driver in that team, which is exactly what he felt he needed to do.
Well, yeah, of course.
So-
And that's bravo to Russell, for sure. He kept his role. Although I would have loved to see Antonelli number one, because I'm
Gotta
super...
talk louder than that.
Although I would have loved to see Antonelli be the number one driver, because I'm extremely biased.
Well, you're a bit of a Antonelli fanboy.
And a Ferrari fanboy,
Yeah.
yes. Speaking
Well,
of...
but he's not on Ferrari.
He will be.
Oh, you think so?
Whether or not Ferrari sign him, or whether or not I will go to Maranello myself, knock
Okay.
on the door and tell him, you better sign Antonelli, it will happen. But speaking of Ferrari,
Speaking of Ferrari,
you're going to tell this one and I might leave
so they
the
had a good
room.
race, reasonably good race anyway. They were, they weren't on the podium, obviously, they're just off the podium until post-race when both Ferraris, for different reasons, ended up being disqualified.
Along with Pierre Gasly.
And Pierre Gasly also got disqualified. So in Leclerc's case, it was due to the car being underweight,
Same with Gasly.
and Gasly was underweight, and Hamilton was
the
excessive wear on the
blocks.
skid block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He took... The stupidest thing is that my dad told me as soon as the race finished. And I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, we had to, because of the time difference between China and us, we ended up watching the race delayed about 10 hours. So we hadn't seen it, and then we watched it. So as soon as we watched the finish of the race, I got online and went to look at the Formula One website, and that's when I saw that they had already been disqualified at that point.
And I was fuming.
Yeah.
I thought we had a chance.
Yep. So Ferrari, unfortunately, kind of stepping on their own toes there.
Well, you're happy about it because it means McLaren are way farther.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm happy about it. I want a good competition, but it certainly makes it easier for McLaren to hold an advantage over them at the moment. Ferrari's got to get their act together quickly because
Yeah, they do.
If they want to be a part of this constructors championship or the drivers championship, then McLaren has already got a big advantage over them. They're sitting 17th or not 17th, 7th in the team championship at the moment, or is it worse than that?
They are now 5th.
They're 5th. How are they 5th?
Well, they're ahead of Sauber and Haas. And then they're also ahead of Alpine and... Here. The constructor standings, by memory, I do know it, is McLaren, then Mercedes, and then Red Bull, Williams, which is like a few points ahead of Ferrari, who are a few points ahead of Haas.
So Haas is 6th, 5th?
6th place, just like they were last year after race 2.
Haas is 6th.
Haas is 6th.
Yeah, so Ferrari is 5th, or is 7th.
No, you're right, 5th. Williams is 4th. Red Bull's 3rd.
Okay. Well, anyway, clearly I haven't looked.
You were too focused on the Ferrari disqualification.
Yeah. Well, they're way off of McLaren's point tally already. After only 2 events, and so they've got to get their act together in a hurry to start closing that gap down.
You better do it if Ferrari is listening. I highly doubt they would be. But you better.
So this is already starting to go long, so let's start getting into our predictions.
Let's start getting into it. I can read them aloud. I have made back the tally. Last race, our scores were 2 for my dad and 1 for myself. While we're pulling it up, I just want to remind you guys that we have an F1 Fantasy on Formula1.com. Just search Fast F1 Podcast, and it will pop up right away.
So, what's the first category here?
So the first category for this one is Sprint Pole.
And I think I said Piastri.
You said Piastri. I said Leclerc. The actual Sprint Pole was Sir Lewis Hamilton.
So I got it right.
No. No, you don't. I said the wrong Ferrari.
Yeah.
But
so
I
then,
said Ferrari.
Sprint winner.
You said
I think I said
Piastri.
Oscar Piastri.
I said Charles Leclerc. And I was listening back to it, and you actually said, it's funny how we both predicted that the person who gets sprint pole will win the sprint.
Yeah. So you predicted...
And it actually happened.
You predicted the wrong Ferrari. I predicted the wrong race. Because Piastri was pole and winner for the main race.
Nice. But yeah, Hamilton won the sprint. So still 2-1. Pole position. You said Lando Norris.
And I was wrong.
Yes. I thought you were about to say you were right again. I said George Russell. I was going with ridiculous predictions.
Well, you say that, but he only barely wasn't on pole. He split the McLarens.
It's true.
And started in second. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Hamilton and Verstappen were on sprint. Yeah, okay. Fastest lap. You said Alex Albon. I said Nico Hülkenberg. Neither of them were even in the top 10. Hülkenberg was one of the last people.
That would have been amazing if Hülkenberg had managed to get fastest lap.
Yeah. Anyways, actual Lando Norris.
Well, there you go. He was chasing down Piastri.
I'm just staring at you like, really?
So, what's next?
First place, second place, third place. So third place, I had
What about pole position for the main race?
Lando Norris, George Russell, Oscar Piastri.
Is that what we just did?
Yeah. And then we did fastest lap.
Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind.
Anyways, but
Yeah,
cut that out.
Yeah, I
like
know.
Oscar
Yeah.
Piastri.
I know.
Third place, you said Oscar Piastri. He won the race. Couple positions off.
Okay.
Charles Leclerc is what I said. George Russell in third.
George Russell was actually in third. Yeah. Okay. So then second place, I said,
Max Verstappen.
and I was wrong again.
Yes, you were. I said Kimi Antonelli. Too soon. Far too soon.
Where did he actually finish in the end?
I think he finished fifth.
Okay.
Or sixth. No, he finished
F-
eighth on the road, sixth in...
Sixth after the disqualifications.
Ocon finished fifth.
Ocon had a great race.
Let's go, American.
Well, he's not American, but the team is.
Team is American.
Yeah. Okay.
We can love America. And then the actual second place was Norris by a hair. You said Norris would win the race. And that is not true.
Okay.
Wrong McLaren. I said Sainz, and I am so mad right now on that prediction. Because if this was by points on how far off you were, I would have lost so many.
Yeah.
And then the actual was Oscar Piastri. Bold or wild or crazy predictions, however you want to say it. You said a driver will retire from the race due to a pit stop failure.
And I got that one right.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
Technically, Alonso did.
Alonso went into the pits and he didn't come back out.
I am not going to count that.
Why not?
Because I don't think that. I thought we discussed like a wheel thing,
I think he
Or like
actually had a brake failure.
or like Stroll running down a mechanic or
Yeah,
something.
I don't remember what it was for sure that Alonso retired from, but he had a mechanical issue, slowed on track, came into the pits and parked it in the garage.
Speaking of mechanical,
It was only like the second lap too, right? Wasn't it?
I think so. He's
Yeah.
the only driver who's actually still not classified in the standings.
Yeah, it still hasn't finished.
Would
the
we
race.
have ever guessed that Stroll is this far up in the standings?
I might have predicted him that to be that high up in
No,
the
you would
standings
not.
several years ago when he was still at Williams.
Well, I mean, yeah,
and the
but
Williams was competitive. Still.
yeah, but you would probably predict every single person, including Logan Sargent, who's not even on the grid, to get up into the top 10
I
before Stroll.
don't know if I said that, but anyway.
Anyways, that
So-
does remind me that Sonoda had a really weird incident with his front wing during the race as well.
Yeah, Sonoda got Sonoda was doing really good in the race until his wing decided to part ways with him, and
It was really weird, but
so he
speaking
ended up.
speaking of
It was that, and
wings-
they screwed up his race strategy too.
Speaking of wings, Leclerc with probably the greatest performance.
Yeah, Leclerc did
Holy
a great job
cow!
with a broken wing. Yeah.
He didn't even pit for a new one.
Yep.
Anyways, I said Verstappen and Norris will make contact during the race. I did not check it back, but I don't think they did.
No, they didn't. They weren't anywhere near each other the whole
No.
race. And now, if you'd have said that Leclerc and Hamilton would make contact, you'd have gotten it right.
I would have gotten that right, but I would never say
First
that.
corner.
I would never say that because that's Ferrari. I
Okay.
would never do
Well,
that to them.
So I think that means that neither of us got any of our predictions right.
Neither of us got any.
Yeah, that was pretty lousy this week.
We've got 14 different points that we could have gotten from all this. You have 2, I've got 1.
Yep. So let's move on to our predictions then for the Japanese Grand Prix, which happens in a little more than a week from now, as we're recording this. So, what's our first category here? Pole position.
Pole position.
Pole position. Oh, so what do you got for pole?
I've got George Russell.
George Russell for pole position in Japan. Bearing in mind now, of course, that Yuki Tsunoda is now at Red Bull and not at RB anymore because of the swap having already taken place.
Because Lawson is trash in that Red Bull.
Well, yeah. In that Red Bull, the thing is, he's
in
not
the Red Bull, yes.
He's not a bad driver, and
He's really not.
And I have a feeling he's going to do. I think he'll do better than Hajar in the RB once he gets up to speed again with the RB, which I think will take 2 races.
Yeah, in my
I think
opinion,
that
he's.
I don't know
one
that
of-
he'll necessarily set the world on fire in the RB at Japan, but I think he'll be there at Bahrain. But anyway,
Yeah, he's probably like one of 4 drivers, in my opinion, from the early 2020s that is really good as a rookie, but clearly not in the Red Bull.
so
But even cooler, that means Tsunoda actually gets it to debut for Red Bull finally, but at his home race of all places to start it. How
Yeah.
lucky can you get?
yeah, that'll be good. So back to the predictions then. My pole position, I am struggling with. You said Russell.
I said George Russell.
I'm going to say Leclerc.
You better not bring my
I-
team down.
no,
'Cause
I-
if you jinx it,
I think that it's going to be Leclerc, and yeah, I have a feeling that Hamilton will be in the top 4 in qualifying.
if that actually happens, can I like pay you $10 to keep doing that every single time?
No.
Dang it. All right, next up is fastest lap. I'm saying Sir Lewis Hamilton.
And I'm going to say Lando Norris.
Yeah, that's a great guess, actually. He's gotten both of them so far.
Yep. So
I can't
we'll see if
argue
he
that.
continues it.
Third place in the race. Get ready for this. Yuki Tsunoda.
Yuki Tsunoda for 3rd, huh?
After
Well,
his performance
wait for
last
my wild
season-
prediction then. That's all I got to say about that.
Oh, Lord, Dad.
So 3rd place for me, I'm going to say...
Can I guess your wild prediction in a bit here?
Sure.
Okay.
3rd place for me, I'm going to say Verstappen.
Verstappen in 3rd.
Yep.
All righty. 2nd place, George Russell.
Okay. And I'm going to say Lando Norris.
Ooh. Which means there's only one person that you're going to predict for pole.
For the win, you mean?
Or for the win, which means it's going to be interesting if you don't put them
There
there.
are several people I could say. All right, so who do you got for our race winner?
My race winner is Lando Norris.
And my race winner is
Oscar Piastri.
Charles Leclerc.
What?
Yep, I'm saying pole and win for
You're
again.
dissing your own team.
I'm not dissing my team. I'm predicting with my head, not with my heart.
Oh. See, I wouldn't do that if it was Antonelli. Now I'm thinking of putting Antonelli instead of Russell.
All right, so what do you think is for your crazy prediction? What wild thing is going to happen?
I think that's already a crazy prediction. Yuki Tsunoda, podium in his home race.
So you say so you're saying 3rd is where he'll finish, but a podium of some kind is your wild prediction.
Oh, I never thought of that. Let me go with a new one then. Oh,
You can double down on it if you want.
Ooh. Verstappen will crash in the race.
You're going to say, Verstappen crashes out of the race.
And
It
I'm
has
gonna,
to be a crash.
It has to be... No, he will retire from the race.
Okay.
And I'm going to guess for you that your prediction is Tsunoda will not finish the race.
Nope, that is not my prediction.
Tsunoda will not get a podium during the race. Not get points during the race.
Nope.
Any of those?
No.
Oh my God, what is it?
It is Tsunoda. It is Tsunoda
something
based.
with Tsunoda. What's with Tsunoda?
Tsunoda will not make it out of Q3. Out of Q1. I always get Q1 and Q3 backwards.
Yeah.
Tsunoda will not make it out of Q1.
All the Japanese fans right now listening to this.
Yeah,
Hearts are all broken.
I don't think it's down to Lawson.
I don't think so either.
But
I think Tsunoda's going to crush it in that Red Bull.
I don't think he will. I think that he and the difference between him and Lawson is not that great, and I don't think that Verstappen's driving style will suit Tsunoda either. And I think especially considering that Tsunoda has not had preseason testing like
He's had
Lawson has
postseason
had
testing.
in the old car.
Yeah.
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 This is the new car, and Lawson did have that preseason testing and severely struggled. Whereas Yuki Tsunoda has been preparing all winter for an RB drive. Did two races.
That was also his first time in a Red Bull.
Right. So I have a feeling he's going to really struggle, and he'll be out in Q3.
I think he's actually... What if this is... I'm going to add in a new season prediction. Also,
Q1. I said it again. Anyway.
Anyway, by the way, before I said that, I did technically predict before, like right after SQ1, or maybe it was after Q1 for China. I did tell you, can I make a preseason prediction. Can I predict that Lawson will be forced out of Red Bull in 5 races or less? And you said we'll see.
Yep. I said we'll see if that happens.
Do I get points?
No.
Are you serious?
No.
I could get serious points from that.
Yeah.
Are you joking?
That wasn't on the podcast.
Oh, come on. It was an on-the-spot prediction, and it was brilliant.
And it was not
Yeah,
being
but
counted.
we would never have known.
It's not being counted.
Jeez.
That's going to wrap it up for this episode. And we look forward to the Japanese Grand Prix in a little more than a week's time. And in the meantime, click all the buttons.
All those buttons.
All the buttons.
Smash them.
No, don't smash them. Click them. Or tap them. Or, don't break your phone over liking our podcast.
No punching your phone.
I mean, if you're that excited, that's wonderful. But, I mean, yeah, you don't need to break your phone or your computer just because you want to make sure that we get a like.
My kneecap accidentally smashed through my phone once, or my iPad once.
That
was weird. Anyways.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyways.
So until next time, I'm Danny Kane.
I'm Eddie Kane.
And this has been the Fast F1 Podcast.
Bye.
Fast F1 is produced by Danny Kane and Eddie Mediao Kane. All rights are reserved. Music is performed by Alex Zavessa. Thanks for listening.